Hakadosh Boker Tov. We're talking about now the saying of the Mishnah Rabbi Chananya ben Akashya Omer before Kaddish DeRabanan after the Limud. The Ramah brings down in Siman Nun Daled Siv Gimel to do a tefillah that they don't say Kaddish, right? That basically there's no such thing as saying a Kaddish without saying Mizmorim in front of it. And the Mishabra brings down Shehu Adin after you learn any minyan mitorah shebal peh, that you could come and say Kaddish DeRabanan. So he brings down the Magen Avraham, Shen Omrim Kaddish DeRabanan al Limud be'alma, Ela davka im achareze al kol panim, he said, Miksat dvar agada. So therefore, if after you've learned, so it doesn't matter what you're learning, but after you're learning, you're going to have to come and you're going to have to still say something of agada, and then you're going to say Kaddish DeRabanan. Ki ikara Kaddish nitkan al divar agada, because the ikara Kaddish was written on Davar Agada, just like the Rambam brings down, and we actually just learned it, if you remember, in the Daf Yomi, when we said that the world is going to be sustained on Kiddusha de Sidra and Kaddish DeRabanan after Agata, right? So he says, right, that we talked about Agadot. And therefore the Minhag Yisrael to say after the Limud, that or they say, and then they say the Kaddish DeRabanan. That's the reasoning why, because once you have the Haggadah, right, now that you have Haggadah, now you could come and you could say Kaddish al Yisrael. However, though the Be'er Sheva comes and he asks, that Rabbi Chananya ben Akashya Omer is a Mishnah at the end of Makot, and if you're going to say that you're going to say Kaddish only on Haggadah, so if so, this is a Mishnah, it's not an Haggadah, and even if there's no din which is brought down, meaning there's no halacha brought down there, it is the type of Haggadah, there's other prakim that is brought down any type of a din. So he wants to say, he says this doesn't come from the Rambam, but rather it's a Talmid Toeh that he brought this down in the Gilyon, and he says that the reason why we say Kaddish only on Agatot is because since everybody comes to listen to Agatot, to Agadah, meaning everyone wants to come and hear, they want to hear stories. So whenever you have a good story, everybody's around there. When it has to do with something very difficult, so then not everyone is coming. But if it's a story, everyone comes. So he says, Kevan shenoeg b'chol Yisrael b'talmidim v'me'aretz. He says, v'yesh b'zeh shte malot. There's two malot. Number one, Torah and Kiddush Hashem. So therefore it's going to be Chaviv, and they say Kaddish. And because of that, maybe that's why it's called Kaddish DeRabanan. Because he says it's going to be on Talmud Torah DeRabanan, Dainu Torah Shebal Peh. La'apuke Kaddish Yatom, which is going to be Yeshlama, which they say after Psukim by itself, just like after Tehillim or Shira Yichud, right, with Tfilah. And therefore it's called Kaddish DeRabanan, Shekol Atzmo V'ikar Kaddish Zeh, Hu Tchina U'bakashar Rabbanan. They're actually praying on the rabbis. So basically it comes out that there's going to be two different reasons why it's going to be called Kaddish DeRabanan, right? Or it's going to be the entire concept of why Bichal do we say Rabbi Chananya. But it is important just to remember that the reason why we do this, and that's why in the mornings, right, we do the Tana of Eliyahu and we just say Kol Hashanah, right, we actually bring this down. And then every other time we're always going to say Rabbi Chananya ben Akashya Omer, just so that way we actually have the Agadah, and then we're going to have the Kaddish al Yisrael right after the Agadah.